Hey everybody, I think I'm live. We're gonna double check that on my phone because I want to be able to see comments and everything. Yep. Hey, look at that. It actually worked. Hi. So for those of you who watch other events and other groups, you might know that Facebook has been a bit of a pickle. I don't know if it's all connected, but ever since they announced that they're removing live video after 30 days, which they've pushed back now to July, I think, but ever since then, going live has been difficult. So that's why some of you saw that I did a test yesterday because I wanted to be sure. And then this morning, or this afternoon, just now, it was like, maybe not gonna cooperate with me, and then it did, so it's all good. I can see comments. So hi Laura and Cindy and Jeanette and Carol and Wendy and Janet. It's good to see everybody. I'm super excited to be back again this month. Happy International Women's Day to everybody. Got my little Rosie the Riveter. She was a COVID purchase. I need to get one that doesn't have the mask on it, but my COVID purchase, my COVID Rosie. Sorry, I have something on my glasses. So I have some things that I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to share with you all. Some of it I'm going to do real quick before I start the project because it's visual. Some of it's just stuff that I can tell you about. So I'm going to try and hop through some of this really quick. So some of you might remember that actually I need to do this because you all need to be able to see my desk and not me. You all don't need to see me. So we are going to turn that camera off. Ooh, and I've got like really bad glare. So we're going to move those. Well, I've got sunshine coming in, which is great, but it's causing some glare. So we're going to turn those off and see if I can get this without the glare. Hello from New Mexico. Hey, Judy. Hey, Christine and Tina. So some of you may remember that last month, Chocolate came out with an officially licensed line of peanuts transfers. They sold out in an hour and a half. No joke. They're getting restocked. Should be back here in the next week or so. But I wanted to show them all to you live and in person. So this one is called Cuddle Puddle. Is that not the absolute cutest thing you've ever seen? Linus and Snoopy in his little blanket. And then this one is called Puppy Love. And then this one is called Positive Vibes. So this is the 75th anniversary. Oh, we have got to turn that off. Sorry, I have got to turn off that autofocus. Drives me crazy. I try to remember to do that before I start. Okay, there we go. That's so much better. So this is the 75th anniversary of Peanuts. So if you've noticed that there is an awful lot of Peanuts themed stuff and Peanuts collaborations going on, you're not losing your mind or anything. That's very real because of the 75th anniversary. These are the minis. So you've got all of the primary characters plus just some patterns. There's those. And then this one's my favorite. This is Lucy, grouchy since forever. So those are the 6. This is the beginning of, hey, Myrna and Joni and Jeanette and Diana. Hey, Lisa. So these are just the beginning of this officially licensed relationship. So if you think ahead a little bit to what that means Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. That means Charlie Brown Christmas. That's all coming throughout the rest of the year. So I'm super excited about that. And then the March color of the month is called Woodstock. So it's that perfect yellow. Hi, everybody. So this is exclusive. This is only available while supplies last in March. Now, I'm not saying they might not incorporate all of these Peanuts colors into the permanent line at some point, but right now that's not where it is. So that is currently still in stock, and those transfers will be back here in a couple of weeks. So what I'm actually curious to know from you all in the comments is if people would be interested in a Peanuts class next month. And so, yes, Judy, those are chalk couture stencils. So they are silk screen stencils with mesh and adhesive. And that's what I'm going to be using for today's project. So you'll get to see how they work. But I'm wanting to start thinking about April, and I have some ideas in mind, and I'm curious as to whether or not folks would want a Peanuts class. So let me know in the comments. I'm already seeing some yeses and some thumbs up. So I'm thinking that I'm on the right track there. So from there, I would like to know what I was thinking about was a tote bag with the Lucy Grouchy Since Forever, but that's just me. That's my vibe. The kind of snarky, sarcastic. So we could do a card class with the minis, or we could do the Lucy thing. We could, do a couple of other things. But so, yeah, let me know. And I also wanted to show you, this is the March Club Couture project. So it is a burlap bag with this transfer. It's a bunny with says quality rabbit feed. That actually says established 1851, but you can't actually read that because I didn't do it very well. So you get with Club Couture, you get the full project every month. You get the bag, you get the transfer, which is reusable 8 to 12 times. And then in this one, you get 3 colors of ink. So you got Storm, Vanilla, and this is called Ocean Mist. So this is super cute. It's about, let's see, let me tell you guys how big this bag is. I did not measure it. It is probably, I would say, about 16 long and 12 wide. So Chalk came out with a larger size of this in the holiday collection at the end of the year for a Santa toy sack, and had an appropriate transfer. And so this is a smaller version of that. So this is the Club Couture project. I did the other side as well because I wanted to show you all another transfer that came out this spring. It's called Storybook Bunny. Okay, so now I'm going to need the light back. Turned the light off because it was giving a glare, and now I need it. But it's this cute little, almost velveteen rabbit-like bunny. Now, I did it on this as just one color because I was trying to get it done kind of quickly. But you could easily do this, make the bunny gray or vanilla, and then, do the flowers. But this is one of my favorite transfers from the spring collection. So that is that project. Again, this is the actual club project, the side of it. Get the bag, the transfer, and the 3 ink colors. So there is that. And I will talk a little bit more about club and what that is and how you sign up for that while I'm working on the project, because I have so many things to show you there. I'm going to hold on to that till we get working. And then I wanted to show you all 2 things because I know we have a lot of card makers in this group. So we've got 2 sets of minis that are out right now that would be great for spring and Easter cards. So this one is called, what is this one called? Egg Hunt Minis. And so you get 12. These are all reusable. They're 3 by 3. You can layer them, do multiple things. They're super cute. If you were watching in, I think it was October, maybe November, I did a card class with some Christmas minis, very similar to this. And then this one I love. It's called Spring Postage Stamp. So now we had a larger transfer in the winter that had holiday postage stamps on it. This is a smaller B-size transfer. This little one with the rain boots, I absolutely love. And this one with the umbrella. So this is another transfer that has great size options for cards. So those two are available. Okay, so I'm going to check things off my lists because I had to make a list so I wouldn't forget. And now we're going to get into today's project, which I'm also very excited about because it's so stinking cute. So everybody who got a kit got this out of the box. I have a new camera, and I like it better than my other one, or not a new camera, a new mount. I'm trying to figure out the right angling though. So you got this 5x5 out of the box frame, and then this transfer that's called Just a Peep. It's all your little Easter peeps. And then everybody got a little bit of buffalo snow and some twine and 3 packets of paste. And everybody got a combination of colors. So it was either Bumblebee or Sunnyside, depending on which I had, because I didn't have enough packets in each. But you got a yellow, you got a berry, which is this little purple, Couture Coral, and then Lakeshore was one of the other options. And y'all, I'm just not happy with my lighting situation today. I apologize. I'm gonna have to get over it. I know, but it's bugging me. So what we are gonna do, what I made as the sample. Open this up because I did something a little different that I want to show you. And everybody got some chalk suede paper. And so I made this was part of the demo video, this little cutout bunny that was made out of the chalk suede paper. So we're going to talk about what to do with that. And so this little guy, I pop this one out, goes in here like this. And we're going to recreate this, maybe. Right, so we're going to recreate that little thing right there. And then you have options with the cutout bunny. You can attach him on the other side. You leave the other side blank and layer him on the outside of the frame right here like this. And then what I did this morning, because I wanted to show you all, I've been messing around with like recreating the same project, but with different color schemes and elements. I painted the outside of this frame in a purple. It's Deco Art Americana. What color is this? Brilliant, just brilliant purple. I painted that this morning. And so you have just such a completely different look to it when you paint the outside of this wood frame. Okay. So that is what we're doing today. I'm going to go ahead and quit talking and get started. And we're going to take my transfer and I'm going to fuzz it just a little bit. So those of you who have seen me do this before know kind of what I'm doing. So these transfers are adhesive on the back. They're a little bit sticky on the back. It helps hold them in place on your surface so they don't move on you. But you want to take a little bit of that sticky off when you use it for the first time if you're using it on anything other than textiles, because you don't want your transfer to pull up your paste, or if you've painted a surface and you're chalking on top of that, you don't want the transfer to pull up any of that. Now I've used this one a couple of times, so I don't have to fuzz it very much. We also make a surface wax that you can use. It kind of helps with that. Kind of helps the transfer come up a little more easily. Actually, I'm going to use my backer sheet to help me here. And we're going to put this little guy down. On this little square, and I'm going to do a different color. I'm going to do this one in this bumblebee yellow, because you know what? This is our original Peeps color. Now, Sunnyside is a little bit lighter, might actually be a little bit truer to the color of the Peeps, but that's okay, because you know what? As the creative, you get to decide what you want it to look like. You could use red or orange if that is what you wanted, because it's your design and it does not matter whether or not a Peep actually exists in that color. We're just going to put this paste on with a squeegee, and we are going to hold this up very carefully. The reveal is the best part. And I'm going to put this down on my backer sheet because we're just going to clean that real quick with a Clorox wipe. So we've got this little guy right there. Is there anybody watching today? Hey, Vicky, is there anybody watching today who has actually not seen me do a project in this group before? I would love to know that. I recognize some names, so I know there are a handful of you that have been in the comments that I know have seen me before. I am giving away, I was supposed to create a post about this yesterday, and I did not. I am giving away one of the kits. So be active in those comments, because I will be pulling names. Hey, Tanya, you're new. Christine, new. Oh, great. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it when people who have seen me before are on and come back for more. But I love when new people are on as well, because I get to show new things to creatives, which I love doing. So I am giving a kit. Pat, first time for you too. That's great. So if you have any questions in the comments, I try to explain what I'm doing, even if I know people watching have seen it before. If you have any questions in the comments, just holler at me. So typically you, Michelle, Janet, oh goody, I have lots of newbies. Oh, I love it. Typically you clean your transfers with water, but if you're going to reuse them, then you can use a Clorox wipe and just get some of that paste off. Now, I'm not going to reuse this exact one, but I'm going to reuse the transfer, and I just don't want to get yellow paste everywhere if I can help it. And so we're just going to clean this up a little bit with the Clorox wipe. And I probably should have set a timer on my phone. You don't want to use anything. Oh my goodness. Kay, Laura, Judy. Yay. Welcome, welcome. I love it. Probably should have set a timer for me so I know, give myself a 15-minute warning or something like that. So while that yellow is drying, what we're going to do is we're going to create the bunny outline on my chalk suede paper. Now, you don't have to have chalk suede paper for this. You can use cardstock. If you're going to use cardstock or any other kind of paper, I would recommend the surface wax, only because the chalk suede paper is designed to work with the transfers. But you can absolutely chalk on cardstock. And if you go back through some of the old events back to the, well, I don't remember what month it was, to be honest. I want to say it was November. I did some cards, and that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on, we're going to do something different here. I did some cards, and I did them on cardstock. So you can absolutely do that. So we're going to make our little bunny cutout. And so for that one, I'm going to use the same type of bunny So we've got two different types of bunnies here. We have a bunny that you create with the paste because your negative space is where your paste goes. And then you've got bunnies that we create by an outline because your negative space goes around the outside of the bunny. So we're going to do both. And brand new jar paste here. Be careful. I fling paste on me when I open jars. I won't say frequently, but I won't say infrequently either. We're going to stir this up because this is the first time that I've used it. And I've got water off to the side of me to drop everything in. And I'm going to get another squeegee. And we're going to make this little bunny. And we're going to pull this up nice and easy. Now, sometimes with the chalk suede, you do have to rock the transfer back and forth a little bit. Anytime you have it on kind of an extra sticky surface like glass or acrylic, and you're having difficulty pulling the transfer up, you want to rock it back and forth so that you don't pull it and stretch it. Would any paste work, or is there a special paste that's needed? So that's kind of a yes and no question. So the chalk paste is specifically designed to work with these transfers. The official answer is supposed to be no, nothing works except the chalk paste. I do know that people have used acrylic paint and other medium with the transfers. There is no guarantee if you do that you're going to be able to get the transfer clean enough to reuse it. So the chalk paste is designed to clean off of these transfers in order to make them reusable. Really 8 to 12, 10 to 12 times, depending on how well you kind of take care of it. I have used acrylic paste before, but only on a transfer that was kind of coming to the end of its life cycle. And it really didn't matter to me if I couldn't get the paste out. And the difference between, I'm making a huge mess here, trying to clean these up, and I'm just, I think, making more mess than I'm saving by doing this. So I have an extra transfer of my own, so we're just going to use that. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll show you. I'm going to open one and show you because somebody else had a question about what's the difference between transfers and stencils. The transfers have mesh in the negative space, whereas a stencil is completely open. And that's how the paste gets through. So the paste goes through that mesh in order to create the design. So let me open this one and see if I can get it close enough to the camera to show you all. And then we're going to do the other side of our little yellow bunny with the outline. So these are on the backing sheet and they peel up, and I apologize because I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I got messages coming in. Okay, so we're gonna fuzz this just a little bit. Now this one's brand new, so I'm going to do this a little bit extra. The more you use it, the less the less sticky it will become over time. You can reactivate a transfer that has lost its sticky using Clorox wipe. I actually just did I post it? I just recorded a video for YouTube on how to do that. Now I can't remember if I posted it or not. If it's not out there, it will be. So I'm going to try and hold this up close. Can you see that mesh? A little. So this is the bunny, like the side that we've used so far, where you create the bunny through the negative space. So that's where the mesh is. And then this other part, the mesh is on the outline of the bunny. And so that's where the paste is going to go. So wherever your design is clear, that's where your paste is going to go. And so we're going to, yep, he's dry. So we're going to turn this over. Now you can also paint this. I could paint this side so that you had a little bit of color contrast. And we're going to position this in the right way, first and foremost. I'm using the backer sheet to so that the part of the transfer I'm not using sticks to that instead of to my desk or to my healing mat here as much as possible. You're welcome. It's a little bit easier to see. Like, I had somebody explain it to me once and I was like, what? And then I saw it done in person at an expo. I was like, oh, I get it now. Try to position him there, and we're going to use, what color haven't we used? I haven't used berry, but we're going to use Lakeshore. This is our blue. And I'm going to get another squeegee. And here we're going to make sure we cover all of that area. Trying to be careful so that I don't get paste where I don't want it. Myrna. It is. It's easier than it sounds or looks. And that's part of the reason that I started as a customer, was because of how fast it can be, how quickly you can finish a project. And then I wanted to be able to sell my finished goods with the things that I made, and I needed to be a designer to be able to do that. So I became a designer, and now I do this. I teach classes with it, and I sell finished goods with it and sell the actual product itself sometimes. I'm going to pull this up, and again, we're going to kind of rock it back and forth. I'm going to put that on there because we're going to reuse that in a second. And so then you've got this on this side and this on this side. And then when this dries, we'll just slide that back into our box frame. And then we're going to add a little bunny tail on the bunnies. That's what, for those of you that got the kit, that's what the buffalo snow was for. So add a little bunny tail. The other thing I wanted to show you all, two things. What do I want to do first? We're going to do this first. So this transfer is actually designed to be used all as one. And so I wanted to show you what that looks like. And if you work kind of quickly with a transfer, you can use it more than once in the same sitting without really having to clean it. So you're obviously going to need to use the same color. So in this little bunny up here, I'm going to need to use the Lakeshore again. But this is so cute, all as one. So we're going to take this and I'm going to do the Lakeshore. And on this one, I'm going to do what is called a paste and peel. So this is one of the ways that you can do multiple colors in the same design, especially because I already used this section of the transfer once. So you're going to apply your paste. Oh, okay. There's stuff I'm supposed to be telling you about too. So this month is March is the first anniversary of what is called the Perks Member Program. So it's I don't know, don't really like using VIP to describe it because all of our customers are very important to us. But it's kind of a step between retail customer and designer. So it's a sort of a monthly subscription, but you shop at a 30% discount all the time. And so that program started a year ago. It's been very successful and very well liked. And so we're doing a lot of things this month to celebrate that. So with paste and peel, I'm just going to pull that up and I'm going to let the transfer fall back down. I'm not going to push it back down right there because I don't want it to stick to that paste any more than necessary. If that's the word, any more than it's going to. And then I'm going to do another, I'm going to work my way across here. And so perks. So you shop at a 30% discount all the time. No minimum order required. No monthly ordering required. It is $20 a month. You do get that back in product credit every month. So you pay $20 and you get that $20 back in product credit. There are often exclusive products and discounts just for Perks members and designers. So this month, anybody who joins Perks in March gets a free month in April. So if you join Perks in March, you pay your $20, you get your $20 in design credit, you shop at your 30% discount, and then in April, you get your $20 in design credit, but you don't pay your $20 monthly Perks member fee or whatever. I never really figured out what to call it. So that's happening in March for new Perks members. Perks members do get 30% off a Club Couture subscription. So that cute little burlap bag project that I showed you, that club is $21.99 a month. If you're a Perks member, you get that for, I think it's 17 something is what it works out to be after the 30% discount. There is oh, good, Marna. I'm glad. That makes sense then. There is a bundle out now called the Perks Palooza bundle. It is like $100 in retail product that Perks members and designers get for $50, but you can use your design dollars towards it, so that actually makes it $30. And you get actually this transfer. You get another transfer called Butterfly Florals, I think it is. You get a dimensional butterfly, which is a new product that just came out. You get some watercolor paper and surface wax, and the surface wax is to use on the watercolor paper. You get a wax applicator. I feel like there's something else in that bundle. I did a post about it in the group the other day, so I'll make sure to kind of bump that up later so everybody can see it. So you have that, and then Perks members get free shipping until the 18th off any order of $125 or more, which at your 30% discount ends up being about $178 worth of retail product. So it's a great month for anybody out there who has seen about Perks and heard about it. If you're a Chalk customer and you order fairly regularly, and especially if you tend to place larger orders, it's really something worth considering. Or if you're interested in club, because I always try to talk to my club members about Perks because you get that discount. Now they haven't quite figured out a way for your $20 design credit to apply to your club subscription, except for the first time. They're working on that, but it's kind of complicated on the back end, which I get. And so that's the one thing they haven't quite figured out how to do. So we're gonna make these little bunnies. This was the project that I saw in the lookbook when this transfer came out that really really had me thinking about using this transfer for this month's project. Now the price point for this particular surface kind of made me like, I don't love that for my my projects for this event. I like to keep my price points about the same, and so that's why I opted for the smaller frame, because it was a little bit more in line with the pricing on the projects I've had in the past. But I knew I wanted to show you all what this looked like all on a surface as one design, because it's really, really cute. And if you're like hardcore, yep, that's exactly, it's called just a peep. So that is exactly what it is supposed to remind you of, Tina. And I was just getting ready to say, if you are a hardcore traditionalist on your peeps, and you're like, nope, peeps are yellow, I'm sorry, that's the only color, and you could absolutely do these all in yellow and they would be super adorable. And so let's see, we've got that. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do this one in yellow. I'm kind of accidentally mixing my colors. So you're going to see a little bit of that in the finished product. The kind of some of my colors are blurring together, which is fine. The other way that I think would actually be really cool to do this transfer in terms of using multiple colors is what is called the hot mess technique. So if you go on my YouTube channel and search for hot mess, or if you just you can go on the Chalk Couture website Facebook page and search for hot mess, you'll see it's a marbling effect. I think I've done it in this group before. Maybe might have been my first project actually, which was a little happy Thanksgiving sign. I think I did hot mess. Hey Sue, hey Teresa. Tina, I love them in any color too, and I especially like them stale. Oh, Myrna, I like that. That would be awesome. I might have to steal that idea, Myrna. If I do, I'll post it back in the group. So in the comments, Myrna was saying do a monochromatic, do them like all in one color, and then chalk a saying on top of it. Or you could add a vinyl saying. Really, you could do whatever you want. Because once this dries, you could lay down another transfer and you could have something that says Happy Easter, which we actually have. Or anything you want to, goodness, excuse me, my tummy's grumbling. Wasn't thinking about what time I was going live, and I just decided at the last minute I wanted to do that March club project. And all of a sudden it was 1:15. And I mean, I was all ready to go, but I don't like 15 minutes before I need to be down here and like setting everything up on the tech side, especially with as many issues as we've been having lately with the Book of Faces. Okay, so there's that. And yes, I like that monochromatic idea. And what would be really, really fun is you could actually do multiple layers. So you could do, and you could do this on the small frame. So if any of you who have the project, if you haven't done anything with it yet, you could take a like a background transfer, a floral transfer, or a printable, or a stencil that you might have, and put that on the background and then let it dry really well. And then you could add this on top of it in another solid color and then add a saying on top of it in a brighter, spring color. So that would be really pretty. I like to, I got purple in that lid. I like to use our grayish or, hey, Donna. My husband always thought peeps were horrible. Someone last year got him to try stale and he loved them. Yep. That's all. I will buy them. So nobody in my house likes peeps but me. So I will buy a couple of packages for me and I will let them go stale and then I will eat them. Cause yeah, I like them fresh, but I like them the best when they're stale, which I think is the funniest thing because that is a thing for people is stale peeps. All right, so here is that. See this? Okay, I'm not loving this mount, y'all. I'm just saying it doesn't go up high enough. I can't really hold this upright so you all can see it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my other camera back on. Haha, I have another camera. This is why I have another camera. Nope, maybe. There we go. I'm going to turn my other camera back on, and I'm going to do it this way. Now you all can see the whole thing. So that's the whole thing. And again, like do it all one color. What I was saying is you could do this in Storm or Grayish, which is the gray version of beige. And then, put something on top of it. The other thing that I love about these particular surfaces is that they're double-sided, right? So you've got this side. And what I was thinking about doing with this is one of the transfers that came out in the spring collection. It's called Birdcage. It would actually be less, there would actually be less glare if I took it out of the thing. But put this on the other side. I might paint the other side of it white or like a light blue and then put this on the other side because then you've got something that is very Easter, but then you can use the same piece and have a more evergreen, or even if it's for you, it's just spring. And you're not like needing more space for more things and all that kind of stuff. So that was one of the things that I wanted to show you was that what that transfer looked like all in one. And then this is the one that we just created, and this is dry. So we're going to put this in the frame. Oh, I need to make my, well, I'm going to do it this way. So this is our little yellow bunny. And then this is the other side. This is our little blue bunny. And again, if you wanted, you could paint this. You could paint it now. You could paint, outside the bunny and then go through and paint inside the bunny. But we're going to add a little tail to both of these. I'm going to leave that camera. Hope that's not too distracting. I'm going to leave that camera on just in case I need it. And so we're going to get my glue gun going here. I'm going to show you all something. Kind of blew my mind that it actually works. And some of you all might know this, but one of my fellow chalk members posted, we have a messenger chat on Facebook. She posted like, hey, have you ever seen this? Where you take, it's the craziest thing, you take Vaseline and you put it on the nose piece of your glue gun, and it helps keep you from getting strings in your glue. And I tried it the other day, and crazily enough, it works. Now, it doesn't, like, the Vaseline burns off pretty fast. And you don't want to make the mistake of doing what I did the other day, which was thinking about it after you had already turned the glue gun on. It wasn't that hot, but I mean, I can't feel my fingertips half the time anyway because I've burned them so much with glue. But yeah, it works. It's crazy. I think it's crazy that it works. Okay, so while that heats up, I'm going to show you all the other thing that you could do with this and why I sent the people who got the kit the chalk suede paper. If I can find my little scissors. So again, you have this little guy, right, that you can attach to the outside of your frame like this. So you got some dimension. You could use a pop dot and just put him on top of the little bunny, so you got some dimension. But the other thing that you can do is you could make a little garland. So we are going to, and I'm not sure that I'm going to have, let's see, I have about 10 minutes, so we might be able to make some more. So I'm going to, you all can't see what I'm doing. See, I need to look and see. I like this mount. I know you. Oh, content creator problems. I like this mount, but it is not tall enough. It needs to be a little bit taller. So I need to look and see if they have a version that, because my other one is much taller, but it doesn't have as much angle flexibility for me, and it's not quite as stable. So we're going to fussy cut this. Make sure this was nice and dry. Oh, giveaways. Okay, so I am giving away a kit for this month. And I'm also giving away a, hold on, I want to grab it. It's the January Club Couture Project. It's a cute little welcome sign. So I'm going to grab that real quick. Well, I'm going to grab the finished one that I have because I'm not sure what I did with the, oh, there it is. Let's say I probably put it with my giveaway pile so I would not lose it. So be active in those comments because I'm going to go through and pull. Right? I mean, stringy glue is like the biggest pain. So we're going to keep letting that heat up a little bit. I'm going to grab this January Club project so I can show you what that is. I apologize. I should have had this a little closer, and I'm going to go back to my front facing camera here so I can show you this. So you get this little plaque. This is a couture boutique surface, which means it's reusable. And then you get this transfer. It says, welcome to our beautiful chaos. You can also swap out welcome, blessings to all who enter. Welcome, kindly remove your shoes. Please come on in. You can use any variation of those that you want. And then you'll get, I think it's Lakeshore Black. And I'm going to throw some shimmer gold in there. And then this is what I did with mine. So I need to go back. I messed up my welcome to our beautiful chaos, so I need to put it back on there. But this is just a door round that I got from Dollar Tree, and I stained it with some Dixie Belle gel stain, and then did the welcome, and then I'm using welcome to our beautiful chaos. And then I have some of these wooden beads. The natural ones are the color they come in. So I painted some black and brown, or black and blue. And so I'm going to send you some of these beads. They are strung through twine. The twine is pulled through the holes in the back of the round. And then I just glued them in a couple of places. So I didn't have to glue all of the beads all the way down. So I don't have another round, or I would actually send that too, but this is super easy to pick up. So that's my other giveaway for this month. So there's those things. I like those color combinations too. And I added some gold to mine and did the hot mess when I did the beautiful chaos, to our beautiful chaos. And then I dropped it before I sealed it. And because it's a couture boutique surface, and that surface is intended for you to be able to use it, the paste just came clean off when it hit the stair. And so I washed it off, and I'm just going to do it over and then just be more careful until I can seal it. And that'll be a cute little door sign. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of this buffalo snow and try and make it in a little ball. Oh, Tanya, you could absolutely do this. I have a whole bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. I am in here. I'm in here every month. And then I'm in some other events, which I post about on Facebook. But it's so easy, and I love it, and it's so versatile, and it's so great to use with other media. You can do it, use it with card making, painting, decoupage, scrapbooking. Can use it on its own. Okay. It's got a little buffalo snow on there. And gave him that little 3D tail that I'm going to trim a little bit. And then, you could do the same thing on this other side. Do you seal it with spray? Yes. If you want to seal something, you can seal it with any sort of Rust-Oleum. You can use clear spray paint. There is actually a Dixie Belle product called Gator Hide that I am getting ready to use. So I was in an event, was it last weekend? I feel like it was ages ago, but I think it was just last weekend. It's called the Junk Journal Jubilee, and I had a tutorial in that, and I made a little vision notebook, a vision journal, and I used chalk paste on the front, and I want to use the Gator Hide to seal that instead of spraying it. So you can use Gator Hide. And you don't necessarily have to seal everything. I recommend people seal like earrings. So I teach earring classes at my vendor space. So I recommend, people seal their earrings. Oh, I have 5 minutes. or if you have seasonal decor that you're putting up for the holidays, not a bad idea to seal it just in case you, it gets scratched in a container with something else. If you wrap it up really well, that's fine too. If it's not a reusable chalk surface, it's less likely for the paste to scrape off. Yes, you could actually do this for tags. The other thing that I want to do for our fireplace is I'm going to make a little garland out of it. So I'm going to take the bunnies. I'm going to make a whole bunch in a bunch of different colors. And I'm just going to string them on this twine and hang it from our fireplace. And if you had, if you're having people over for Easter, you could add their names to the bunnies. You could use it for Easter bag or Easter basket tags. You could use it for place settings. That's the other thing that just came out this past week, and I didn't think to. I need to share it into the group. We had a new collection come out this week called Oh So Sweet, and there are some bamboo pieces in there, including Easter bunny head shaped bamboo napkin rings. Y'all, they are so cute. They're just the head of the bunny and the little ears, and in the head of the bunny is open, and that's what you put the napkin through, and they're absolutely adorable, and they're bamboo. They're super cute. So yeah, so you can make this little garland, and I might have to run the twine through both ears to get them to hang right, or I could just use a little double-sided tape and tape them together. So yeah, oh, this should be dry enough for me to throw this back into the frame so I can show you all what this is like all done. And again, this is a frame that I would probably paint because I like what that looks like as opposed to the wood grain for something like this. So just something, I don't know what I would paint it, pale yellow or a pale blue, maybe not white, because I think white would just be too much, or maybe even a gray, but just super cute. Okay, let's see. I am going to 2 minutes, which should give me time. I'm going to look at the lineup for today because I, of course, cannot remember who is coming up behind me, even though I always look. And I had notes. Did I write it down? I did not write it down. But there is somebody coming up right behind me here in just 1 second. Oh, it's Craft Fancy's coming up behind me with a birthday wishes card. And then you have Dare to Be Artsy, and then the show closing. So still lots more good stuff coming your way. I will make sure to go back through the comments. If there's any questions that I missed, I will answer those. Later today, I'll put some more information out about March Club and about perks. If you all want a Peanuts class next month, it's next month. We have class next month, right? If you all want a Peanuts class next month, let me know that in the comments, because when everything comes back out, I'm going to need to order fast because I'm not sure that it's not all going to sell out a second time. So it was good to see you all. It was good to be with you all again today. I am very grateful that the Book of Faces was nice to me when I was ready to go live, and it just went all nice and smooth. And I will announce giveaway winners later today. And that's it. I'm like a minute early, I think, but I think that's okay. And I will talk to you all later, and I will see you all again next month. Thank you so much. Bye.